E aí pessoal, Aloba na área trazendo pra vocês mais uma parte de Dragon Age Origins. E hoje nós vamos fazer o quê? Nós vamos fazer a quest da nossa querida Morrigan, que ela quer o quê? Matar a Flementh. É isso que ela quer. Mas será que a gente vai matar a Flementh? Não vamos levá-la. Nós vamos levar, deixa eu pensar, Alistair é uma boa, caso dê ruim. Leliana, caso dê muito ruim. E você pra só salvar a gente. Cadê as mulheres? Olha, nós temos as DLCs. Mas cadê a mulher? Cabana de Flementh, achamos aqui. Ai, claro que tem que ter uma luta, né?
I bring word, sire. There are demands from the Banorn that you step down from the Regency. They are said to be gathering their forces, as are your allies. It appears it will be civil war after all, despite the Darkspawn. Pity. I also have an interesting report. There seem to be Grey Wardens who survived Ostagar. How, I don't know. But they will act against you. I have arranged for a solution, with your leave.
Ah, lá quem apareceu.
Crows send their regards. An assassin?
Against Grey Wardens, we will need the very best, sire.
And the most expensive.
Just get it done.
Ah, muito bom! Eu apertei até o botão errado. Que maravilha! Nós vamos ter o quê? Zevran fazendo o quê? Zefrando. Ai, meu Deus do céu, o que eu tô fazendo? Liliana, você pode estar levantando aí, Liliana. Não sei, acabou? Leili.
Oh, look! My bruise is from a pretty pattern.
Ah, mas tu tava só dormindo, menina? Tá com graça aqui dormindo, como se nada tivesse acontecendo, né? Não tivesse uma batalha ocorrendo.
Right ahead.
Olha, tem muita trap aqui, hein?
I shall.
Vai, então vamos desativar pra ganhar XP. Pronto. Pelo amor de Deus, Alistair, não pisa nesse negócio, tá? Por favor, é uma armadilha. Você gosta de um perigo, né, Alistair? Tu gosta de um perigo. Pronto, já pegamos tudo, podemos sair dessa fase e... Vamos ter ataque de assassinos pra cima da gente também? Ih, rapaz, essa mulher tá mal, hein? Meu Deus, segura a mulher. Wynne!
I fell.
É, eu notei que você caiu, está tudo bem?
For a moment there, I thought it was all over.
Pressão baixa, mulher, pressão baixa, você precisa descansar.
I will explain everything when we are back at camp. Now is not the time.
É, no meio de um lugar desse realmente não é o momento. Oi, Flementh, preciso falar com a senhora um negocinho aqui, ó. Tá?
And so you return.
Olá.
Lovely Morrigan has at last found someone willing to dance to her tune. Such enchanting music she plays, wouldn't you say?
Então, senhora, é o seguinte, primeiro vamos estar conversando, beleza?
Oh, how interesting. Speak then. You have come far, and I am nothing if not hospitable.
Seguinte, senhora, primeiro vamos estar tratando do seu cabelinho, o shampoozinho vai, né, vai ajudar bastante aqui. Não, mas eu queria, na verdade, queria saber se você ia pegar o corpinho da Morrigan.
Oh, I do like that. Ah, but it is an old, old story. One that Flementh has heard before, and even told. Let us skip right to the ending, shall we? Do you slay the old wretch as Morrigan bids, or does the tale take a different turn?
E o que você propõe?
Morrigan wishes my grimoire? Take it as a trophy. Tell her I am slain.
E o que eu ganho com isso?
You get to keep her for a time.
Eu só ganho a Morrigan mesmo. Só isso. Tá. E o que vai acontecer com você?
I go. Perhaps I surprise Morrigan one day. Or I may simply watch. It would be interesting to see what she does with her freedom. Enlightening, even. Would you give an old woman that?
Senhora, eu tive um sonho profético. Que se chama Kirkle. Tá bom.
It's far easier this way, don't you think? The lies are always more fun.
Yes, fun. Tricking Morgan. Oh, who am I kidding? That does sound fun. I'm a bad man.
Not killing Morrigan's mother. That is the more noble choice, right?
Sim.
Right?
Sim.
A tangled web you weave, Warden. I hope it's for good cause.
The book is inside the hut, with notes and spells enough to make even Morrigan blush with delight.
Que isso, senhora?
You and I will not meet again. That I guarantee.
Ó, nossa senhora, Liliana, ó. Confia, mulher. Confiem. Vai por mim, confiem, né, Alistair? Confiem, vai dar tudo certo. Onde está o livro? O livro está aqui. Traje de possessão. Será que esse traje de possessão... Eita. Só pra Morrigan. Será que o traje de possessão vai possuir a Morrigan? Será que ela será possuída? Obrigado, senhora. Tenha uma boa viagem, tá?
Change your mind already? I changed knickers less quickly.
Eu só queria umas respostas para algumas perguntas.
Wouldn't we all, alas?
Acho que você pode fazer aqui, senhora.
As can you. It's a shame no one ever lives up to their true potential, isn't it?
Tá bom, então. Se não vai
Then
responder,
do
também
leave
não
an
vou
old
perguntar.
woman in peace. So many visitors. Next they'll be putting in a road, maybe an inn.
Senhora, só vou te deixar viva. Porque eu gosto do caos. O caos é o que me move. O caos é importante para o mundo.
I lied to you, you know, about why I left Orlais.
Oi, mal chego e já tá aqui revelando verdades. E por que, senhora?
I didn't feel like talking about it then. What happened to me? Maybe it will affect us, maybe not, but you should know. I came to Ferelden and the Chantry because I was being hunted in Orlais.
Ei, mulher, como assim? Fascinante, me conte mais.
I was framed, betrayed by someone I thought I knew and could trust. Marjolaine. She was my mentor and friend. She taught me the bardic arts, how to enchant with words and song, to carry myself like a highborn lady, to blend in as a servant. The skills I learned, I used to serve her, my bard master, because I loved her and because I enjoyed what I did.
E como foi que ela te traiu, mulher?
You can say it was my fault. There was a man I was sent to kill. I was to bring Marjolaine everything he carried. I don't know who this man was. She gave me a name and a description, and I hunted him down. I found documents on his body, sealed documents.
E documentos importantes?
It turns out that they were. My curiosity got the better of me. Something told me that I needed to know what was in those letters. Marjolaine had been selling all kinds of information about Orlais to other countries, Nevara and Antiva among others. It was treason.
Como assim? Isso é uma coisa ruim, senhora?
I considered it to be bad. My life as bard taught me that my loyalties should be kept fluid. My concern was not that she was a traitor, but that her life would be in danger if she was caught. Orlais has been at war with so many countries. It takes a harsh view of such things, as I later discovered.
E o que você quer dizer com isso?
I should have left well alone, but I didn't. I had to tell Marjolaine I feared for her life. She brushed aside my concern. She admitted her guilt, but said it was in the past. That is why the documents had to be destroyed, she said. I believed her. I kept believing up till the moment they showed me the documents, altered by her hand, to make me look the traitor.
Oh não! Oh não! E o que aconteceu depois?
The Orlesian guards. They captured me. Did terrible things to make me confess and reveal my conspirators. It was a traitor's punishment I endured. And at the end of it, all that awaited me was eternity in an unmarked grave.
E como você saiu dessa?
The skills Marjolaine taught me were good for something at least. I broke free when I saw the opportunity. I did not seek Marjolaine out. If she thought I was coming for her, she would have me caught again.
Foi esperta, foi esperta. Então você veio para Ferelden, a Lotharing.
I was tempted to confront her. I was furious, betrayed. But what could I do against her? And so I fled to Ferelden, to the Chantry and the Maker. Ferelden protected my person, and the Maker saved my soul. And that is the reason I am here. The real reason. No more lies between us, at least in this.
Obrigada por confiar em mim, Liliana.
It feels good to have this off my chest. Thank you for listening and understanding.
Isso aí, senhora. Olha, o que eu perdi com ela já recuperei. Isso aí, senhora. Conte toda a verdade. E agora vou mentir pra Morrigan. Aí, Morrigan.
I await your command.
Morrigan. Eu esqueci que era pra te dar um negócio lá. Como que eu faço? Aqui tem os ervos, deve ser muito solitário, não?
At times, perhaps. A world full of people and buildings and things was all very foreign to me. If I wished companionship, I ran with the wolves and flew with the birds. If I spoke, 'twas to the trees.
E, bem, isso parece incrível de certa forma, né?
For a time, but one can only remain a child for so long. I recall the first time I crept beyond the edge of the wilds. I did so in animal form, remaining in the shadows and watching these strange townsfolk from afar. I happened upon a noblewoman by her carriage, adorned in sparkling garments the likes of which I had never before seen. I was dazzled. This, to me, seemed what true wealth and beauty must be. I snuck up behind her and stole a hand mirror from the carriage. 'Twas encrusted in gold and crystalline gemstones, and I hugged it to my chest with delight as I sped back to the wilds.
E aí, o que aconteceu? Acho que você não contou essa história pra gente.
Flementh was furious with me. I was a child and had not yet come into my full power, and I had risked discovery for the sake of a pretty bauble. To teach me a lesson, Flementh took the mirror and smashed it upon the ground. I was heartbroken.
Mas você era apenas uma criança. Arteira, mas era uma criança.
And a foolish one. Flementh was right to break me of my fascination. Beauty and love are fleeting and have no meaning. Survival has meaning. Power has meaning. Without those lessons, I would not be here today, as difficult as they might have been.
Ah, tem um ponto, né? E elas te deixaram mais forte, não deixaram?
They did indeed. To return to your original question, perhaps my time in the wilds was indeed lonely, but such was how it had to be. I find myself at times wondering what might have become of the girl with the beautiful golden mirror, but such fantasies have no place amidst reality.
Isso aí, senhora. Meu Deus do céu! Aí, aumentando as amizades sem usar truques. Mas agora eu vou usar outro truque. Aí, Morrigan. Livro.
Mother's real grimoire, is it? I am glad you were able to find it after all. My thanks for retrieving it. I shall begin studying it immediately and unlock the power that it holds.
Isso aí, senhora. E eu tenho mais uma coisa. Um traje. Um traje, senhora. Espero que você goste e não seja possuída, de preferência, tá? Obrigada. E aí, Wynne, você disse que tinha um negócio pra falar pra gente.
Irving told me about how you became a Grey Warden, and that unpleasant incident that occurred prior to your departure from the Circle.
Você está falando do Johan?
None other. I respect the decision you made, and the way you handled it. And it did not seem to affect Duncan's desire to recruit you. But that aside, you're a Grey Warden now, and perhaps I presume too much by saying this, but the Circle is proud of you.
Eu estou grata por poder usar meu dom para algo bom, não é mesmo, gente? Tipo, salvar o mundo, mentir para as pessoas.
You are a true child of the Circle. Raw power tempered with learning, wisdom, and the desire to serve others. Sometimes it gives me comfort to think that everything will end up the way it's supposed to. That it will be all right. You were chosen. You survived the joining when others did not. Perhaps it was meant to be.
Mas, senhora, você falou que ia contar um negócio pra nós.
I must ask, What does being a Grey Warden mean to you?
Não, mas você ia falar com a gente, não ia? Caraca. Significa que eu fui escolhida pra fazer algo importante? Tipo, algo importante?
There's that, of course. But there's more to being a Grey Warden than killing Darkspawn and saving the world from the Blight. Ultimately, being a Grey Warden is about serving others. About serving all people, whether elves or dwarves or men.
Você quer dizer que, tipo assim, eu sou a protetora?
As a Grey Warden, you are a guardian of men. And you guard them because their continued existence is more important than you are. Thus it is you who serves, not they.
Eu me lembrarei disso, senhora. Muito obrigada pelos
A
conselhos.
good king, a true king who cares for his land, uses his power to rule firmly but fairly. He serves his people first and foremost. The king who does not do this, who believes that he is entitled to his power, who abuses it and uses it for his own means, is a tyrant.
Bem, né? A gente temos muitos reis que são tiranos, não é mesmo?
And the country suffers for it.
Verdade.
If you live apart from others, and your actions affect only you, then you may do as you wish. But if you have power, influence, and strength, your every action will be as a drop of water in a clear, still pond. The drop causes ripples, and ripples spread. Think of how far they will go, how wide they will become, how will they affect the pond. But I've lectured enough for today. I should stop before I wear out my welcome.
Mas senhora, você ainda não falou pra gente o que você falou que ia falar pra gente.
You're quite taken with each other, aren't you?
Você tá falando de mim da Liliana, é?
I've seen the way she looks at you, the familiarity with which you speak, how she always finds a way to place herself next to you.
Eu gosto de estar com a Liliana.
I've noticed your blossoming relationship, and I wanted to ask you where you thought it was going. Liliana is a remarkable girl, sincere and guileless, and she has opened her heart to you. I would not like to see her hurt.
Não se preocupa, senhora. Se por acaso eu magoar, você pode dar um socão em mim. Tudo bom? Eu jamais vou jogar ela.
Not intentionally, no. But there is great potential for tragedy here, for one or both of you. You are a Grey Warden. You have responsibilities which supersede your personal desires.
Ih, mulher, pior que você tem razão, hein, mulher. Mas eu sou um ser humano com emoções, não sou um guardião cinzento.
Love is ultimately selfish. It demands that one be devoted to a single person, who may fully occupy one's mind and heart to the exclusion of all else. A Grey Warden cannot afford to be selfish. You may be forced to make a choice between saving your love and saving everyone else. And then what would you do?
Depende de quem são os outros, né? Você está deixando as coisas um pouquinho mais complicadas do que deveria ser, não é?
Nothing is certain. Not in these times. You cannot take anything for granted. I want you to be aware of this.
Certo, eu vou considerar o que a senhora disse.
I am just trying to minimize the suffering that may come to either of you. I have given my advice. Do with it what you will.
Mas ela não quer falar as coisas, mulher. Mulher, o que você ia falar pra gente?
What's on your mind?
Você está se sentindo melhor agora?
Oh, yes, and thank you for asking. I'm feeling much better today.
Tá bom, então, senhora, agora será que você pode falar o que tá acontecendo assim com você? Me diga que tem alguma coisa que eu posso fazer?
Well, thank you for your kindness, my dear. It certainly warms these rickety old bones.
Ela nunca vai falar. Eu também não quero mais falar com você. Tchau. Seguinte. Vamos para outro lugar.
Yes.
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 Yes! Vamos para outro lugar, baby. Eu sempre me assusto quando aparece esses negócios aí do nada. Vamos para outro lugar, baby.
Oh, thank the Maker. We need help. They attacked the wagon. Please help us. Follow me. I'll take you to them.
Calma, volta aqui. Eu só acredito nela, gente. Acredito nela. Isso aí já até virou de copo porque ele não acredita. Ó, tem corvo ali, ó. Ó, o corvo ali, ó. Sabe o que significa? Sabe o que significa? Sabe o que significa, Shaylee? Que é pra você esmagar corvos. Esmaga corvos. Esmaga corvos. Cara dela de que tá pronta Aloba. Oi, moço, tudo bom? Você vem sempre aqui? Tudo bom, moço. Foi uma péssima cantada, mas precisa de tudo isso.
The Grey Warden dies here!
Ah, mas tá se achando. Mas tá se achando o último pacote da bolacha, digo. Vocês entenderam. Desista de sair. Deveríamos ter trazido a Liliana junto. Não se esqueça nunca de trazer a Liliana. O elfo assassino está ferido e consciente, mas vivo. Você poderia amarrá-lo e conversar com ele se quiser. Vou acordá-lo. Oi.
What? I rather thought I would wake up dead, or not wake up at all, as the case may be. But I see you haven't killed me yet.
Eu não te matei ainda não, senhor. Eu não te mataria não, assim. Eu tenho algumas perguntas.
Ah, so I'm to be interrogated. Let me save you some time.
Tá.
My name is Zevran.
Oi.
Zev to my friends. I am a member of the Antivan Crows, brought here for the sole purpose of slaying any surviving Grey Wardens, which I have failed at, sadly.
Ok, e o que são os Corvos de Antiva?
This elf is a crow. That makes sense. They are an order of assassins out of Antiva. I understand they almost run that nation, and are hired only at great expense.
Quite right. I'm surprised you haven't heard much of the Crows out here. Back where I come from, we're rather infamous.
Você veio de Antiva?
Not precisely. I was in the neighborhood when the offer came. The Crows get around, you see.
Ah, sim. Quem te contratou para nos matar?
A rather taciturn fellow in the capital. Loghain, I think his name was. Yes, that's it.
É fácil assim. Tá bom, então quanto pagado para você me matar?
I wasn't paid anything. The Crows, however, were paid quite handsomely, or so I understand. Which does make me about as poor as a chantry mouse, come to think of it. Being an Antivan Crow isn't for the ambitious, to be perfectly honest.
Ah, mas também que bosta de profissão, hein? Então por que você é um?
Well, aside from a distinct lack of ambition, I suppose it's because I wasn't given much of a choice. The Crows bought me young. I was a bargain, too, or so I'm led to believe. But don't let my sad story influence you. The Crows aren't so bad. They keep one well supplied. Wine, women, men, whatever you happen to fancy. Though the whole severance package is garbage, let me tell you. If you're considering joining, I'd really think twice about it.
Me diga quando você ouvir de novo.
I wasn't. If I had succeeded, I would have returned home and the Crows would have informed your Loghain of the results, if he didn't already know. If I had failed, I would be dead, or I should be, at least as far as the Crows are concerned. No need to see Loghain then.
E por que você está me dizendo tudo isso, senhor, assim tão fácil?
Why not? I wasn't paid for silence. Not that I offered it for sale, precisely.
Ok, você tem um ponto. Então você foi pago para não parar de falar.
Consider it something I'm throwing in for free. As it is, if you're done with the interrogation, I have a proposal for you, if you're of a mind.
Tá, fala.
Well, here's the thing. I failed to kill you, so my life is forfeit. That's how it works. If you don't kill me, the Crows will. Thing is, I like living. And you obviously are the sort to give the Crows pause, so let me serve you instead.
E o que vai te impedir de terminar o trabalho depois?
To be completely honest, I was never given much of a choice regarding joining the Crows. They bought me on the slave market when I was a child. I think I paid my worth back to them plus tenfold. The only way out, however, is to sign up with someone they can't touch. Even if I did kill you now, they might just kill me on principle for failing the first time. Honestly, I'd rather take my chances with you.
E eles não vão vir atrás de você?
Possibly. I happen to know their wily ways, however. I can protect myself as well as you. Not that you seem to need much help. And if not, well, it's not as if I had many alternatives to start with, is it?
E o que você quer em troca?
Well, let's see. Being allowed to live would be nice, and would make me marginally more useful to you. And somewhere down the line, if you should decide that you no longer have need of me, then I go on my way. Until then, I am yours. Is that fair?
Posso te esperar a mesma lealdade?
I happen to be a very loyal person. Up until the point where someone expects me to die for failing. That's not a fault, really, is it? I mean, unless you're the sort who would do the same thing, in which case I don't come very well recommended, I suppose.
Obrigado, senhor. Venha.
What? You're
Yeah.
taking the assassin with us now? Does that really seem like a good idea?
É uma boa ideia. Não se preocupe, nós poderíamos usá-lo.
Alright, I see your point. Still, if there was a sign we were desperate, I think it just knocked on the door and said hello.
I hereby pledge my oath of loyalty to you until such a time as you choose to release me from it. I am your man, without reservation. This I swear.
Tá bom, senhor. Mas é isso aí, pessoal. Ficando por aqui por hoje. Espero que vocês tenham gostado desse vídeo. Então não se esqueça de deixar seu like e se inscreva no canal e ative o sininho para não perder mais nenhum vídeo. E deixa aí nos comentários, na verdade, vocês vão completar a frase. O Zevran é... Vocês continuam, mas por favor, com moderação e sem nenhum tipo de preconceito. E é isso aí, pessoal. Não se esqueça de passar os vídeos que estão aparecendo aqui no card. E conheça o nosso novo canal, Aloba Indies, canal com jogos indies. Vou ficando por aqui, até mais. Muito obrigado pela sua presença, muito obrigado pela sua audiência. Bye, bye!